We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Dolphins. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. He finds his man Johnson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's playing at such an elite level. Defensively, coming into a game like this, Charles, there's got to be a lot of things, but what worries you the most?
I think you're exactly right about that. The list is extensive about what worries you. The way he can move, make completions on the run, the way he can throw against his body, heck, make left-handed throws, you name it, he gets it done. The biggest thing, though, is once he gets into rhythm, trying to get his timing chipped away, trying to stop that, that is really difficult to do.
And he's brought down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. To start the drive, 13 yards, 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. but I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Steps away. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff to Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you? But not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, the return, Boston Scott. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the 38, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Out to his left. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Will Fuller, of course, former member of the Houston Texans, 5 seasons with him, better than 3,100 receiving yards, and now playing on the other side. A first down carry for Barkley. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He will push his way down to about the 14. The tackle there by Crayvon LeBlanc. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. And he he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Eluding the pressure right, and he fires one incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Wilson.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
There they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Mahomes now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And this is fly and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Colin Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Running this with a wide receiver, Fuller. Oh, able to avoid him. Still fighting for more. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second and 6.
Now it's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And here's Scott to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
DeForest Buckner, all-pro defensive tackle there on the stop.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Moore now to return. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.